Hello and welcome. I am Maya, the teacher, and this is my 5th grade Oasis channel. I've been a teacher for over 20 years and I've taught genetic and bilingual classes. In today's video, I would like to share with you all the things you can do during the first week of school, a day-to-day guide for your reading or social studies class. The first week of school is an important one because it's where you plant the basis or the tone for the rest of the school year. On this week is when you get to meet for the first time your new students. They are all nervous. They have been at home, most of them, during the past year and a half. So it's quite a bit shocking for them to come back to school. You need to have a plan on a day-to-day basis on how you're gonna work with these students so that you can have the best year possible. Let's go ahead and start with Monday. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to use Monday as your first day of school and then Friday as the end of the week. But you can adapt it on depending on when is your first day. So if Monday is my first day, I've already posted a video of what kind of activities you should do on the first day of school. But that includes, of course, getting to know your students, addressing how you're going to use materials, go over all the classroom rules, procedures, how things run in your classroom, and especially with behavior. Remember that you are the queen bee, and that's the first day that they get to meet you and know how you are as a teacher. Now it's the second day of school of Tuesday. On Tuesday, the first thing you should do on that day is, again, review what you've done the day before. Review again the rules, the procedures. But Tuesday or the second day of school should be for you to assess your students. You should provide some sort of assessment, either if you're teaching reading, math, whatever class, you have to give an assessment to see how they are. So if you work in Texas like I do, you can give your SLO test, which is the test that we use to compare how the students grew throughout the school year. You can give a comprehension test. You can give any kind of test, and that will let you know at what level that student is. So your second day is a test day. For the third day of school, Wednesday, if you're a reading teacher, this is where you're going to start teaching them the basics for your reading class. The first standard I teach, it doesn't matter anything else. You always have to start with annotations. Yes, it does not matter what level of reading that student is bringing to 5th grade. If they are a 2nd grade reader, a 4th grade reader, annotating is the tool that they will use throughout the entire school year and even on the day of their state test. So you have to teach a total class on annotations. And later on, I'm gonna be providing a video where you can see how to do that. But teaching annotation is the first skill that you have to teach on the third day of the first week of school. On the fourth day of school, Thursday, you will then have to present what is the second, I believe, most important skill when it comes to reading, which is, of course, acquiring new vocabulary words. If a student does not understand words, that is going to hinder the way they are comprehending what they are reading. So vocabulary and knowing how to find meanings or how to use context clues is extremely important. And that is also a skill that can be applied to any reading level, even if they're reading at a 3rd, 2nd grade level. Knowing how to find meaning of words is key for reading comprehension. You can then teach a whole class of helping your 5th graders with strategies that they can use. They can either find meaning of words using context clues, so you will have to teach them how to use context to determine the meaning of a word, or you can even teach them how to use a dictionary, teach them and let them practice with an actual dictionary, either a physical dictionary or a digital one, but they must know that strategy from the first week of school. On Friday, the last day of the first week of school, then you're gonna dedicate it to go over grammar and punctuation rules, because again, this is the first week and you're setting the basis for the rest of the school year. Teach them or review with them capital letters, punctuation, question marks, everything related to writing and grammar. You can also introduce cursive. In Texas, Cursive is a standard that we all should teach in 5th grade. So this will be a good day for them to practice, maybe for the first time, cursive. There's plenty of resources on the internet that you can get some worksheets for them to practice their cursive. So there you have it for reading. Monday is the first day activity where you get to know your students, go over the rules and procedures. Tuesday is a testing day. You have to know the level of your students. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, you dedicate it to the 3 main basic standards that the kids are going to need and use throughout the year. One bonus skill that you should also go over if you can on this first week, if not right away on the second one, is to go over what are graphic organizers and how they are used. In my classroom, I have a whole bulletin board with the different graphic organizers that we're going to use throughout the school year because they are an excellent tool to organize thinking. And students are going to work with them at all times, at least they do in my class. So on that first week, I try to introduce to them what are the names of the different graphic organizers and what are they used for. If you cannot fit it in the first week, try to do it right away in the beginning of the second week. If you are also a social studies teacher, well, on the first day, of course, it's the same thing. You have to get to know your students, go over rules and procedures. Now, for Tuesday, the second day, if you want to give an assessment related to social studies, you can. They should have learned the history of their state back in 4th grade. Maybe they knew it, maybe they don't. So maybe you can go over that on the second day of school. What were they supposed to be learning back in 4th grade? For the rest of the week in social studies, you should dedicate it to teaching basic geography skills. For example, on Wednesday, you can teach them about the world, the continents, the oceans, the equator line, the prime meridian, what are their names, their locations. You can even give them a map. They can label the map. They can write down some sentences related to continents, which is the biggest, the smallest, and so on. And let them color it. They really love and enjoy doing this activity. For Thursday, then you can dedicate it to talk about landforms, mountains, what are the different names, gulfs, and so on. And on Friday, you can dedicate it then to talk about the geography of the United States. Or you can give them a blank map. You can label all their states, where are they located, the different landforms that we have here in the United States, and so on and so forth. Well, there you have it. Those are my activities for the first week of school. What do you think? Do you agree or disagree? You can leave me a comment down below. Please like my video. Please subscribe to my brand new channel, and I'll see you in my next video. See you soon.